Hi, in this video we're going to talk about summary writing. We'll talk about guidelines for how to write summaries, and we'll take a look at a sample, an example of a summary. So what is a summary? A summary restates the main ideas of a work. This could be a book, an article, a chapter from a book, a film, a story, a movie, a video. It's concise and brief. So a summary has to be concise and brief. It's not too wordy, yet it's comprehensive. So it must include all of the main ideas as well as the most important details. And a summary uses your own words. So this part is really important. When you're writing a summary, you're using your own words to paraphrase the original ideas. Okay, so you have to use your own words to express what are the main ideas of the original work, the chapter, the book, or whatever it is that you're summarizing. So what are the goals of a summary? Well, we want to convey the main ideas. We want to express clearly what are the main ideas of the reading or the movie or whatever it is we're summarizing. We want to be clear and brief so that the person who reads the summary can understand very quickly what the entire reading is about. In order to do that, we have to include enough detail so that the reader understands the work. And we must, of course, identify the thesis, the primary point or message of the article, chapter, or film in order to convey the main ideas. Some important points or guidelines to remember. It's essential to include the title and the author. We must also follow the order of ideas in the original article. Generally, when we write a summary, the ideas are going to be following the same order that they appeared in the original article or in the movie or in the story or whatever it is we're summarizing. Use your own words. We talked about this already. You can start by making an outline or organizing your ideas before drafting the summary. We want to avoid rewriting the original, so you don't want to end up with a summary that's 4 pages long when you have an article that was 5 pages long. You've pretty much rewritten the entire original in that case. But we do need to include sufficient information, so we have to be sure that the summary answers the basic questions such as who, where, what, when, why, or how. So these are some important guidelines for summary writing. Now we're going to look at an example. There's a famous short story by James Thurber called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. So here we have a summary. In the short story, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, author James Thurber humorously presents a character who fantasizes about himself as a hero enduring incredibly challenging circumstances. So even in this first sentence, we have the title of the work, as well as the name of the author, and we have a good idea of what the story is about. We also know that it's a short story. So this is a particularly effective first sentence in the summary. So then the author of this summary goes on to provide more details. In his real life, Walter Mitty lives an ordinary, plain life. He is a husband under the control of an overbearing, critical wife. Thurber uses lively dialogue to give readers an understanding of Mitty's character. The story takes place over a period of about 20 minutes. During this brief time, Mitty drives his wife to the hairdresser and runs errands that his wife has given him while he waits for her. In between his worrying that he is not doing what she wants him to do, he daydreams about himself as a great surgeon, brilliant repair technician, expert marksman, and brave military captain. So, in the body of this paragraph, we have details about the plot, what actually happened in the short story. And then finally, the concluding sentence. The story shows that fantasy is often a good alternative to reality. So here we have a very brief and concise summary, but it gives us a very good idea of what exactly happens in the story. If you're interested in reading the entire story, let me go back to that slide, you can find it online at this web address. And that concludes our discussion about summary writing.